Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cloudy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up and ready to rock and roll for this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. How do I know it's going to be a wonderful day? Because I said so. How will you know if you're going to have a good day? Because you'll say so. How do you know if you're going to have a bad day? Because you'll say so. You get to write the next chapter in the story of your life with the words that you use to describe what is going to happen. You get to choose a great day, you get to choose a bad day. You get to be happy, you get to be sad, you get to be pumped, you get to be deflated. It's really up to you. The favorite question I heard my pastor 28 years ago when people would say, "Pastor, I'm depressed," he would say, "Now, sweetie, who told you that?" So I leave you with that question. Who told you that? Whatever it is that you're believing. Who told you that? Whatever it is you're believing. Who told you that? If you didn't tell it to yourself, you may be on automatic pilot. Winning and losing both are habits. Winning and losing both are habits. They are something that you do on a consistent basis, largely being unaware of the impact until it is too late, because you find yourself in a habit which is now part of your lifestyle and your makeup and your thinking, which has now come to define you as a person, and you have identified yourself with that habit. The good news is, if you're losing, we can change that. The great news is, if you're winning, we can enhance that. So let's have a conversation around winning and losing as habits. The subtle difference is this. When I was coaching a group of agents yesterday, I was talking about the fact that as a general rule of thumb, most people will work until it gets uncomfortable. Good morning, Angie. Until it gets uncomfortable. Here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody does that. Most people will work until it gets uncomfortable. Then when it starts getting uncomfortable, I'm a little tired, I'm a little agitated, I'm a little frustrated, I'm a little burned out, I'm a little worn out. That's when most people will stop. That is why the top 2% tend to earn more than the rest of the 98% involved, because there is a place a man or woman comes to when they have the resolve to push past what is comfortable into what is uncomfortable long enough to have that slight edge difference. When I was talking to the agents yesterday, I was talking about the part of a conversation that they are in until it comes to the point when you must clearly invite someone to choose to work with you. You know, I'd really love the opportunity to show you guys what I can do for you. Since you're early in the process, that's fantastic. That's going to give us plenty of time to get exactly what you want. Let me be very clear. I would love to be the realtor that helps you reach your goals. What do you think, you guys? You want to give me a shot? Let me show you what I can do. You must be very clear. You must be very, very clear. And they were honest enough to say, "Oh, that makes me a little uncomfortable." And I said, fantastic. Think about that for a second. Whenever you come to a place in your marriage, in your relationship, in your parenting, in your physical work, in your spiritual, mental, and emotional work, whenever you come to that place where you go, I'm uncomfortable. Imagine there being a line on the ground that you have come up to, a barrier, if you will. I'm really uncomfortable. That barrier is the separating wall between the 98% and the 2%, between the average and the above average, between those who have worked hard enough to get it right and those who have worked hard enough that they can't get it wrong. That is the dividing line. 98% of men and women will stop on this side of it and go, no more, I'm done. That, my friends, creates a habit. That creates a habit. And without realizing it, 98% of you are doing just that. You are pushing just hard enough to get to that line of discomfort, at which point you go, okay, done. Your finish line, ladies and gentlemen, the line that says finish, I'm done, in the eyes of those that win, they don't see finish at that point. They see start. The finish line for the 98% is the starting line for the 2% who, by way of habit, have trained themselves in the various areas of their life to push past that barrier of discomfort for a season long enough for it to be a habit. I was talking to my daughter Gabriella this morning, and we were talking about not making permanent decisions during a temporary frustration. When you make permanent decisions during a temporary frustration, you're typically making those choices out of pain and out of fear, not out of strength and out of power. So it's always good to make sure you're in a great place before you make a permanent decision. And we were talking about the fact that winning and losing are a habit. They're a habit. And the little choices and compromises along the way of pulling back at the place of discomfort, or throwing in the white towel when things get hard, or throwing your hands up in frustration and you just feel like you can't go any further, those are the habits of losing. Those are the habits that set you on a course that literally rewires the structure in your brain. It is physiological. It literally rewires the neurotransmitters in your brain to go, stop, it's getting uncomfortable. Shut it down, everybody. Everybody stop working back there. Everybody stop working. Shut it down. She's uncomfortable. That is a habit that will filter over to every other area of your life. The good news is it's also a habit when you are using that to push past it. When that finish line for the 98% is the starting line for the 2% that, trust me, you really need to be a part of, you will begin to realize that when you get to that point, you can't stop the thought from, I'm just about done. You go, all right, I finally came to the starting line. This is the line I must step over to step into the ring of champions, the 2%, those who by way of discipline and commitment have chosen to be uncomfortable intentionally to push past that barrier that the 98% will not. Winning, it's a habit. Losing, it's a habit. My suggestion is, if you're losing more than you're winning, you'll look at your habits. Have a great day, guys.